What a bum bum bum. Na 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 na.
What a dreadful racket.
Oh wow, I've never heard that. I've never heard her say that before. Okay. Alright, let me see. Are we here? Are we here? Yeah, we are here. Alright, let's continue Ridley's story, which is down there. It's what he deserves. Oh, that's foreshadowing. Here. To the gathering place, right? So I need to go like a level lower. Yeah, the administrative area.
Skyward! Scatter!
What's going on?
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and we're just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh! Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They didn't pull the thorn out?
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Man, poor guys. These papers are actually outdated, but they look brand new. It seems like no one has ever flipped through them. If you look closely, even the creases are almost identical. They don't seem to have been formed naturally through reading.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this. This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
So these were also just for show, to make it look like the bookshelf's being added to and maintained.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like they were coerced into doing that, hence why they were hesitant to help us, you know, and let us look at the
Look
books.
at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
That explained why they were all so terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
Wow, we basically brainwashed him. That's messed up. It's really interesting this takes place in a prison, by the way.
Your Grace, Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any Society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust. They were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
The Society put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are elsewhere.
Indeed. As long as he allowed Society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Let's go find him. We can tell us where the real headquarters are.
I'm of the same mind. Let's go. You two, follow me.
Oh, they have a salute and everything. The production zone? Whoa. Haven't been here in a while. Huh? I got teleported again?
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat. Let's go. We can take this path. You guys take the other.
Oh, okay. I had to wait for Risley to start running. Okay. Okay. What else is there to do, buddy? Oh, he's just inspecting?
Look! There's a fallen guard over there! I might see some society members too!
After them.
That's right. Run!
Okay, do I just... Oh, I can't... Okay, I just get up and close and catch him.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on! It's time to talk! Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen it pass through a large drainage pipe.
Now that's more like it.
Guards, take them away. Let's go.
I didn't see the fallen
It's
guard,
about time
actually.
we find out what Dugier's really after.
I actually did see the fallen guard. All I remember is just seeing the two of them. The guard just kind of blended in. So I don't know. Okay. This way? No, wrong way. This way. Dugier's kingdom. Based on the investigation and preliminary conjecture, the goons of the Beret Society and their victims should be gathered deep within this place. Dugier must have expected trouble and has prepared a suitable welcome gift. As such, extensive preparation should be undertaken before entering. I have Chloran. She's like level 60. See what happens.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Oh, I get to play as Risley! Yay! Risley is a man, I tell you. He's super cool and he's fun to play. If Riley comes back in a banner, I totally want to get him to play. Like, I want to pull him in a Wish. What?
Time to improvise.
Oh, okay, let me just...
Make way for the Adeptus. Scatter! Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah!
I'm not even gonna use Risley then.
Skyward!
Whatever.
Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
Hmm.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dujier really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission. 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings. Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dujier's slaves.
That's terrible. The whole thing is an affront to human dignity.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. It never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
That was hot. Messily written note. I vow to never run away again. I vow not to speak without permission. I vow to remain conscious while being censored. I vow to earnestly carry out any order given to me by Master Dujier. I vow to actively denounce any behavior of my fellow society members who undermine the society's unity. I vow to voluntarily accept the 4th degree or higher punishment should I violate any part of my oath. The entire text is handwritten, the paper is creased and the handwriting is sloppy, suggesting it was written in a state of extreme distress. It was signed at the end with a fingerprint rather than a signature. Judging from the mark, however, it certainly doesn't appear to have been made with a gentle pigment, like that of an ink pad. Oh, that's horrible. That's actually really horrible.
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. But the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dujier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here? Ugh, Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
Same. Okay. Oh. Oh, I need a... How do I... Oh...
Whoa, it's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go.
Well,
Skyward!
that's something to say about trial and error, right?
Yeah! Skyward!
Sorry, I just saw a common chest, I just had to open it. Whoa! Okay. Oh. Whoa. Wait, no. Ah! Door of Resurrection activated. That is not reassuring. Why are there hilichurls here?
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward!
Jesus, I'm like... Bro, hilichurls down here? Man. Dujier, what the fudge?
Skyward! Scatter! Yeah!
Oh my gosh.
Skyward! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the Adeptus! Scatter! Skyward! Yeah! Yeah! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Yeah! Skyward! Yeah! Scatter! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Get a little chilly.
Give me all of your goodies. I got wheat. Oh, another door?
It's so high! We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that changes anything.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Ah. So there was just a limiting device. Oh!
Ooh, the water level's gone way up! So that's how we'll make it to the top.
And, wow, yeah, no stamina. Gotcha. Whoa! That was quite the water rise.
Let's begin.
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Seize the skies! Yeah! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter!
Anything else? No? Okay. Well, are we back in the beginning? Oh no, we're somewhere else.
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts.
Yo, Zach, hi, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? Are you feeling better, by the way?
Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No. No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. So close to me. me trouble.
Oh,
We're not gonna do
a
that.
bit better. That's good.
Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Avis and Fasol are still in danger.
All right. Let's search for an exit first.
Me, I'm a little below average right now. I'm not really doing great. Tattered dialogue. I'm so hungry. Please give me something to eat. I'm begging you. Don't pass me a note. Are you trying to get us killed? Please. I'm hungry. So hungry. I'll report you if you keep this up. It's almost time for the inspection. Straighten up. So hungry. So hungry. So hungry. So hungry. What follows is constant repetition, with the handwriting becoming increasingly faint, failing to convey anything of use. The bottom half of the note is severely damaged and has a dirty shoe print on it. It looks like whoever wrote this has been taken away. Bro, seeing this, it just fuels my dislike towards Odugier. What is this? It's very neat.
It seems to be something like a console.
Oh, I think it is a
This
console.
Is a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like puppets on strings.
Oh, that makes Paimon even angrier.
I bet it does. Let me see what happens. Do that. There we go.
The door's open. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
Who is you?
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here. Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
Oh, the limiting devices? Okay. Whatever you say, Ridsley.
Scatter!
Whoop! Do I make use of the limited device to transmit the light beams and activate the receptor mechanisms on the other side? Bruh. Oh. Remove. Place. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ah. Fine. Okay. There. Oh, so we made a loop around to get to the final door. Oh.
Skyward! Scatter!
Door of Resurrection activated. I see. I see. Uh-oh.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules.
Fasol!
Remember their names. Fasol and Avis. They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on face. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores. Of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
Thistle. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law.
Hey, Riley just walking up. This man is about to post up.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice. Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly,
Technically,
you're
yeah.
wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
I feel the same way. Honestly, he's been keeping it in until now.
You think me arrogant, Risley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place.
I mean that you're wrong. I've met people like that in the Fortress of
Dumping
Verapede.
ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
Bro, I just 6 chin on them.
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like.
Bro, I don't know why Risley didn't just lunge at him. Bro, like me, Paimon, and Shenyun, like, bro. We're good. You don't have to worry about it.
Hunt them down.
You don't have to worry about the Gardening. Just go after Dugier. Oh my gosh. Why did I do that?
Windblade. Skyward. Scatter. Make way for the Adeptus. Scatter. Skyward. Skyward. Yeah. Scatter. Skyward. Scatter. Skyward. Scatter. Skyward. Yeah. Scatter.
That it? Oh, there are more. Okay.
Skyward. Skyward. Scatter.
Stay cool and face your guilt.
Stray clouds converge. Skyward. Skyward. Skyward.
Ah, there we go. Let's go!
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I warned you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
That was good. The guards rescue the society members who have been imprisoned at the true headquarters. Wriothesley spends much time with each member, comforting them and extending his personal apologies. Following that, he makes arrangements for follow-up medical care and cleanup work. And thus does the Beret Society debacle truly come to an end. Bro, Wriothesley should have just beat him up, like, to the point of him unconscious. That's what Dugier deserved. He was really kind with him.
Did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
At least we were able to stop it before it got any worse, right? Maybe you should give a more formal apology.
Yeah, it's the least that we could do.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Huh? Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishments that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get the chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Good idea. I suppose this is the kind of punishment that only the fortress can met out.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. Anyway, jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of.
Oh,
so
he was piece of turd, alright. He was piece of, like, diarrhea turd. Like, he was disgusting. If you didn't see what happened, Dugier basically used a liquid to instill fear. Genuine fear. Like, he would inject it into his members' minds. So that way, they would bow down to him. Like, they were not following him willingly. He used fear to control his members. So yeah, he deserved much more than what Wriothesley treated him earlier. Like, that chokehold into just a downward slam, that was just being kind compared to the stuff he's done to his members for years.
I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, Paimon's had enough of that place.
Then Paimon, you go back there.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Yeah, no, this was a really good story quest. It really has a definitive villain. It felt like, you know, like a Batman story, you know. There's a villain, hero comes in and kicks their rear, type of deal, but it was in jail, so I'm like, oh. It was really nice. Very, very, very nice. Okay, 2 days later, between 1100 and 1300 hours. Woo, woo. Day after tomorrow, 11, okay, I think right here. But yeah, no, I wanted Wriothesley to do more than that. Wriothesley has the best Fontaine cake. Oh, you are right, Tsubaki. When I tried out Wriothesley during the trial, when he was on a banner, I enjoyed playing as him. It was fun to play as him in this story quest, even though I didn't play him as much. I played Chinyan. But yeah. Ayo! What's up, Ridesley?
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
You say that as if I haven't been feeding you or something.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Risley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
Hmm? I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news.
Jokes aside.
After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns, which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Risley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
I have a question for you, actually.
Please, go ahead.
Your flashbacks when you picked up the gem. Your anger when you confronted Dujier.
Ah, that's a bit of a long story. I once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family.
Is it with Natlin with the Pyro Archon? I'm assuming it's the Pyro Archon.
I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a
Yeah, I
great
did,
deal
I
of
think.
love and
Yeah.
warmth.
I saw the trailer this
Many
morning.
siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot.
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all, but I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Ah,
My methods were extreme, yes, but I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most, and I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger pushed me forward until I got what I deserved.
I have to take some time to process that. I don't really know what to say.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that the same tragedy will not happen again in my new home.
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
oh, it's a recent facade. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear it.
We came here on impulse today because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dujier's trap.
Well, that's a funny way of getting to know your future wife.
But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dujier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners.
And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before, but that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've
I
already
am.
made
She
tons
looks
of
really
special
cute.
memories here. So now it'd be too hard to leave, and we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Oh, that's so cute. And they're gonna live there. Huh. Interesting. Alright, guys. We did it. We literally did it. Oh my goodness. Guys. Guys. This is a monumental, like... This is very monumental. Alright. I have finished all of my story quests. Let's go, and then I have the hangouts. I have the hangouts. Fine. Anyway, Ningguang, the Jade. Let's go. Hangout progress. Check details in the quest menu. Woo! Yeah, no, dude, this is actually crazy. I've spent months, literal months, trying to finish all of the story quests. So, this is cool. All right. This is actually a monumental thing right here. Now I just have the hangout events, but I don't know how they work. Because I know you can do multiple endings. And I don't know if you have to use story keys to keep doing the same quest over and over again. But of course, the first one I want to do is Ningguang, because she's hot. Kinich Kachina and the dude that was standing near Capitano. I don't know their names. Who is Kinich Kachina? Because there were a bunch of cute girls, and I was like, which one is it?
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, great. I have no idea.
What's going on? I have a health bar on the top right. What is this?
I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here. This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
What's happened?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of
If
their
anything, I want the
day-to-day work
Pyro
is
Archon.
highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust.
Oh, Kachina is the chibi? Oh, yep, yeah. So you thought of me?
Yes, you were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you. To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time. And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested. As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
If I have what it takes, I'll do it.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'll give it a try.
If you have any questions about your work...
Wait, so do I need to use story keys again to do the same hangout event?
The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
That's, wow.
Don't be mistaken. I won't put you in a difficult position.
I don't know.
and I
You're
fully
Lady
respect your
Ningguang
judgment.
of the Qixing. I don't know about
All
that.
right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go. Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture. As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight.
Okay, thank God, so I can do it again without using a key. Thank heavens.
My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image.
Thanks for
and
explaining
take
that to
care
me,
of all her
Tsubaki.
worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
Your eyes are really sparkling right now.
You misunderstand me.
Wow, we have a
I'm
Ningguang
trying to
fangirl here,
impress
guys.
you
Ooh.
on the work you will be undertaking.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate about her work.
I don't know if it's her
I
work that she's
believe any
passionate
task
about, or
in
it's
her
you.
capable
I
hands,
don't know.
and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary.
Mm.
I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang.
Infectious?
Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
It's just basic daily routine stuff. It'll be fine.
All in a day's work for the traveler,
Yes.
Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties.
Aether will totally not
Currently,
regret that
there
later.
are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and
133?
yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point. First is the periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up. Do I really have to understand Ningguang's work in all this detail just to organize her schedule?
Yes, you do. To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
She's not going to keep going on like this, is she? Actually, I didn't understand any of it. No, I think I'm good.
Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
No need. I think I know how to approach it now.
Already? Wow. You're a fast learner.
I don't think
Very
so.
good. This will be much more efficient.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I'll do my best.
I'm grateful for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Alright, time to make a serious effort. You hand over the schedule you made to Bai Shi. Rigorous schedule. 1. Eat, wash up, change, get ready to go out. 2. Meet businesswoman Lao Chao at Liuli Pavilion. Can't say that. Eat lunch. Meet 3 informants and exchange information. Go to Yuehai Pavilion for a conference. Light meal. Negotiate any outstanding matters from the conference. Return to the Jade Chamber. The specific times for the first 3 items are flexible and progress dependent. Conference in item 4 is scheduled for the evening. Arriving early is recommended.
Good. You factored in both priority and efficiency, and produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
Good job, Aether.
Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
Too kind. My brain is fried now, though.
Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
No guarantees. Oh wow, that's between 7 and 8. The following day, darn it. It's the following day. Whoop. There. Nani? Wake Ningguang up. Oh, where? Oh, I get to go into her chambers. Oh, I just knock on her door. Oh.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Bull.
I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing.
I think I need to check. I need to go inside.
Good
Check some
morning.
things.
Did you sleep well?
I was so excited. Well, let me see. The same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Lioli Pavilion with Miss Lua Chow.
Lua Chow.
Yes, I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Is she a friend of yours?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other.
It's just lunch? What exactly do you need to prepare?
She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth. Otherwise, tens of millions of Mora is rather a high price for a lunch, even one at Lioli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Tens of millions?
That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me. To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
It's like an investment.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
So this is how rich people think.
You're a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands
I
of a
did save
professional
Liu Wei
business person.
Ningguang.
The kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
Then this could be literally the most valuable lesson I'll learn in my life.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Oh, I get to eat together with Ningguang? What the heck? Oh, wow!
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I just picked the time slot. I think maybe Baisha arranged it yesterday?
Uh-huh. I know what's going on then. Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade
What,
Chamber's
Baisha
chef's cooking.
is like trying to
This
ship me with
kind
you?
of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Thank you. You and Ningguang enjoy a fine breakfast.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking?
I ate so much more than I intended to.
Don't forget we have a lunch later.
It's a light lunch.
Save some space,
I
or
wanna
you
say-
might miss out on some even better food.
Well, Ningguang, it was a light lunch.
Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes.
Do you usually eat breakfast with your secretaries?
On occasion. Usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time. Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here. I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, I'm not a terrible chef, but still.
Relax, I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday
sure.
to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you. Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
It was as good as Shinue Kiosk in Liuli Pavilion.
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it. If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working.
That is true. I will attest to that. Sometimes I want cereal, sometimes I want scrambled egg.
Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Liuli Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please?
You need a change of clothes?
I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits.
I already have a completely different opinion of you right now.
I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her.
Understood.
Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Okay.
Hello, how may I help?
I'm here to fetch a change of clothes for a Ningguang.
Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them.
A long wait.
Here you are. Please give this to Lady Ningguang.
That seemed to take you a while.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments. Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
Sounds like Ningguang has a huge personal collection. I suppose this is a problem unique to rich people.
Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
Thanks for being here. Yes.
Did you get it?
The box contains the clothes that Ningguang asked you to go get. As she said, I need to change your mood, and the change of clothes will facilitate that.
Ah, this is the one. Please, wait for a moment.
Oh my. Girl, you are hot.
I had this specially tailored recently, and I must say, I'm really rather fond of it. What do you think? Be honest. I just want to know your first impression.
It's stunning.
Phew. Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
Self-confident? Really? You look great in anything.
Oh, then it's mere flattery. You pick your moments to wisecrack, don't you? Now I don't know whether to take what you said earlier seriously. I never knew you had such a mischievous side. All right, let's head to Liuli Pavilion.
I just complimented you. What the fudge? Why are you looking too much into it? Like, legit, I'm just... Girl, I'm just saying you hot. What the fuck? So this is the hangout event. It really is just like, oh, little special event, huh? Hungry. Hey, Luo Chao.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare from me.
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat. This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too. Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
Huh, I thought you'd introduce me as her temporary secretary.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Chao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true then.
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the two of you, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
Oh!
Closer than
Oh!
average relationship.
Hey, yo?
You haven't heard?
Nope. Are these rumors widespread?
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. That obviously includes her relationships.
Unfortunately so.
And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
I need to be very careful how I answer this. Actually...
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship.
I'm rolling with the
but I don't
punches.
see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today. Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue
I
Chisei,
think...
I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, you don't think Beto would like that? Oh yeah, Beto has a hangout event too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle.
Sure, Luo.
The first one being
Sure.
the captain.
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there. Whenever Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache. I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental. I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
No, something else. All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Hey, whoa, I've been in the
Isn't
chasm.
there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames? I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
Yeah, apparently, according to Ningguang.
In my opinion, there are many people
Wow, she's
around
rambling,
with
isn't she?
ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term,
Oh yeah,
it's very difficult
fun
to
fact.
say.
Bushy
But I
Road
believe there's too
announced
much
that
uncertainty
Nikkei
to
will be a
make it
part
worth
of their
your
card game
investment.
White Schwartz, so
You
my
worked
wallet
hard
is
to
hurting
earn
again.
Every more you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Hit the nail on the head.
You think so too, huh?
At least do your research before you part with any money.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything. Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with. Lady Ningguang, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
This is why so many people want to pay to spend time with Ningguang.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
No, I'm finding it all very interesting.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
Yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot in the future. I'm a novice, but I was able to follow because you explained everything so clearly.
Ah, so you want to be my competitor? Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder.
Ningguang.
Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Aether will
I
still
won't
be
take
here
up
by
any
then.
more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
Thanks for the crotch shot. Gotcha. See you next time. I was like, Dingo, why do you say it like that? She sounds like an announcer, like a YouTuber at the end of their YouTube video.
I assume you have something planned next? Although, I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
Oh, is this where I can? Oh. Huh. Is this the fork in the road? Well, we have time to go and check up on them if you want.
Good. Then let's do that.
Oh.
There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even though my secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
Okay. I have a way to get there.
Skyward! Scatter!
Skyward, scatter. Jarana Bunga Nigo! Whoa! Talk about crashing the parade. Yo! Bywin!
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here? I couldn't help but feel a little concerned. So I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Ningguang.
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes. Just in case anything untoward happens. I can take care of it myself.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before?
I've watched one from the sidelines. My net worth isn't quite in that category.
Well, would you like to participate this time? You don't have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere.
Sure, that should be quite fun.
All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
I have like over 1 million Mora. I think I'll be fine. Alright, before I need to pee. I'll be right back. I have returned. Alright. What are the goods up for auction? Observe. A fairly well-made hairpin, but there's nothing exceptional about it. Fine to buy in a shop, but can this really fetch a good price at an auction? Generic office implements. I guess they could brighten the place up a little. Still, it'll be cheaper to go get one from Bowline. A plain-looking vase with clear signs of wear and tear. Can't see any reason to bid on something like this. Oh. 1618? Alright.
It's about time to start. Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off.
Before we start, I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Are these auction items genuinely very valuable?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Yes, you should look forward to it.
With Ningguang in that dress, I am looking forward to
The
it.
first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 Mora. That's 10,000 Mora for the teacup.
Would never pay 10,000 more for something like this normally.
20,000.
Jesus Christ!
30,000.
50,000.
Little pin. Wow, the bidding is fierce. 60,000.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
120.
He seems very determined. 130.
Some of these bidders are just driving the price up for fun. All right, 150,000.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it for fun because I can afford that.
150 once?
170.
Little bin.
180,000.
That was genuine disgust.
180 once? 180 twice? 180. Sold.
It's mine now.
I can't believe it went for 180,000.
Okay then. Moving straight
To
on
be
the
fair,
next
I
lot.
literally was like, what would happen if I increased the price? What would happen?
You seem to be getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
Something felt off.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction. Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
What a chill demeanor.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
Aren't you worried about the price being overinflated?
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is worth paying a premium for. So how much I make just depends on how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am.
That's fair, I guess. Hey, girl.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang. Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Ah. Ningguang, you're very famous.
Well, Did you find the answer yet?
It's because everyone has faith in your judgment and aesthetics.
That's certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves. Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
If not, then what else could it be?
You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction.
What are one of those a million ways? Is
Every
it with your
participant in this auction was
luscious
handpicked
body?
by me, based on certain intelligence.
Wait, what?
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask. You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these? They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
No, there was. You literally said this is a cup that Lady Ningguang had. You just...
Because we trusted you. Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there.
Dangerous linguistic territory.
Unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
You... Fine. Yes, technically, it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for. A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
No wonder they had such blind faith.
So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust or was it greed?
Both.
The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
That was strong. That's a strong arm right there.
Fine. I guess I'll return it. You drive a hard bargain like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. Good for him.
It all makes sense now.
The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims. I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same thing. Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
It definitely suits your modus operandi. I hope I never end up on the wrong side of you.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment. At most, a little childish, perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan. What do you think it was about the Jade Chamber that defeated Osile?
Both? The explosion?
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains. Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion. Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
That's not so childish. I hope you can get all of your things back too.
Thank you for understanding. Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
The weight of a collection. None of the items that were offered up during that decisive battle shall be lost, no matter how small. Review invitation. Oh! You can get... Whoa... You can do it again, right? Oh, that's cool. Scheduling le day. The auction. Oh! Wait, hold on. Let me go up here. Bywin is busy completing the quest Fishing for Jade.
Perhaps we could stop
Go to Li Bank.
while it once abode
For the
some
banquet?
repose and conversation.
What the heck? Whoa, 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 what? No, I didn't mean to do that. Where? Fishing for Jade. Why did it? Oh, it's for that alternative ending, huh? And you can start off in different parts of the story. That's cool. Hello, how may I help you? I picked this up from the ocean. Allow me to have a look. Yes, this does indeed come from the Jade Chamber. Anything specific you could tell me? Well, the contents consist of several documents and an announcement that is yet to undergo review. To think that they are still so well preserved. How unexpected. They are somewhat out of date, but still, thank you for bringing these to us. Do take this as a token of our appreciation. Oh. I did it. Yay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember ever doing that quest. Maybe I accidentally picked up something from like way back when, but like, dang. Goodbye. I'm trying to... Oh. Let me just climb on the door real quick like any normal human being.
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you...
No, not...
Great. This is the Traveler. He happened to be in... Do you mind if he's...
No, not at all. I've always been
Oh, it even gives you like a check mark for which dialect you already did.
That's what I wanted to...
Can I skip? Don't worry about them. They're very capable.
Yes, you're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Wow, these hangout events are really nice. Short, sweet, and to the point versus some story quests which are just like let me build up the world more. And I'm like, bro, sometimes I just need a quick story. So I'm glad that the Hangout events exist. Because I remember when they first announced Hangout events, I was like, oh, cool, you can actually interact with Genshin characters. But it ended up not being like that.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care.
Is it something very valuable?
Yes, and no. You probably imagine that Ningxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
No, true, that's my impression. Actually, not exclusively.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made. This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair. The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work. We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
You were right about it being a little ordinary.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother. My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
I thought useful intel could only be bought with Mora.
It's understandable to think that way. And in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd, and this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them. Thank you for the repair, Xingqi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
Aww.
Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
The informants are children?
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt to try. I treated it as a little game between us. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but...
Dang, she a snitch. Someone get them stitches. Get them stitches ready.
Try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
I didn't know it would have such a profound impact.
Well, this is a dramatic
Or
change.
should I say, a Genshin impact.
All of the millennia of the US history.
Whoa!
Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity. What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
How can you tell?
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline. How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience. At least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
Very clever.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
That's the opposite of what Ningguang's analysis found out.
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
Uh-oh.
It looks like there's a story here. No wonder she was fumbling her words.
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them.
Aww.
Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I must say, this is most intriguing.
It looks like someone is trying to scam you.
How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
Now,
Let it along.
This is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me.
Yes, no, Ningguang's gonna
I'm
punish
just
the
going to have
bad
a light
guys.
discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Yeah, no, she's punishing them. She's Little Long, don't worry. Punish. You're gonna get punished. Not you, but like the bad guys.
Yeah, all three of us together makes a pretty smart group.
I got it. Thanks.
Adventurer, think you can last a round against me?
No, I think it can last, like, multiple rounds against you. Like...
Do you think that kid's gonna fluff her lines? Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put Mora above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity. We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand. When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if we don't get lucky for once. So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
And that's when you thought of Ningguang?
Oh yeah. As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead. And the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
Your business analysis was correct. This supports your conclusion about the luminescent spine hype.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is zero.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
Dang. She would make a wonderful mother. Just saying. She's like, no one ain't messing with my child.
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh, it's those two.
I'm sorry, Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb. I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
What do you think, Auntie Ningguang?
Oh, shoot. Tap out.
I think it should be your choice, and yours alone.
No matter what your decision is, we support you.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay.
Good job, Jojo. Or
Just
Gigi?
let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
Aw. Oh, that's so funny. Kids will be kids, I guess.
Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on.
So full of energy.
We should go with them.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
Dang, get wrecked. Get freaking wrecked. Well, I'm adjust my back brace. There we go. Play with the children at the North Wharf. That's so funny.
Yeah. Scatter. Yeah. Skyward. Scatter.
Oh, I just could have gone to the other teleport waypoint. Yo! Coon! What's cracking? These items are really hard to find. Something the matter over here? Oh, it's you! Well, you must know that the Jade Chamber has finally been rebuilt, right? I never thought that such a huge place could be rebuilt just like that. Bywin came looking for me several days ago, asking me to prepare a few items to help redecorate the Jade Chamber's interior. Look, she even passed me a checklist and all, telling me to keep the various items recorded there in mind. I'll be honest with you though, my work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs has been getting more hectic by the day. There's just no time to help her. Could you help me make the trip to find these items, Traveler? Bywin did look like she was rather anxious for this to get done. Consider it done. Thank you. Let me see. They first want a book called Meadow of Gems and some small bamboo ornaments. You can ask Jafang about the book. As for the bamboo ornaments, I believe that Master Liu of Fanmu Carpenters makes them. I'll leave it in your hands then. Ah, the rebuilt Jade Chamber truly is a magnificent sight. Wait, where? Oh, here. There they are.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right?
I mean, it's not as bad, but you got me.
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak.
You are Lady Ningguang, after all. I'd be nervous too.
But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though. Now, they're much further ahead in their studies, and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them.
You are a lot like a teacher to them.
Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal.
Does her, like, left hand have a cramp? I mean, she keeps that up there for a while.
But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Are you raising them to be your heirs?
I will one day die. New Qixing will replace the old, and Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on, but not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up! We're not gonna wait forever!
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
While the view remains good, time flies and the good years slip away easily, but the name Ningguang will remain a symbol for generations to come. That's really cool. I like that. Let's review the invitation. Okay. Oh, you even get, like, Prathiva Topaz fragments? Interesting. Okay. To the Jade Chamber, once more! I like this. The hangout event is really cool. I'm glad I unlocked Beto, because I kind of want to do Betos after this one. Or I could do Lynette. Ooh. I'm getting addicted to how these hangout events are like. Oh. Heyo. Bye, sure.
Before I get into specifics, I want to
I'm skipping. Alright, time to avoid anything too complicated. Wait a minute. Really? This is what we're doing. Simple schedule. 1 day off.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
Ningguang hasn't taken a vacation in a long time, I'll bet.
Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest. We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
But the work will always be there. No amount of Mora is worth ruining your health for.
I see where you're coming from. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you. There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now.
I hope everything goes well tomorrow.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Awesome. We're going to spoil Ningguang. Hold on. It's like 8, right? Can I just do this? Fine. I'll change it. Oh, 6 minutes before 8.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Yes, I'm already awake.
A moment. I'm just changing.
You're changing. Okay.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Hey, Glass, what's up? No, you're good. I appreciate it, Glass. You have a good day, too. Same as usual.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule?
Here, take a look for yourself.
I imagine this must have taken Baisher completely by surprise.
Yes, but she said she'd leave it up to me.
Sure. There's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
You don't take many breaks, huh?
I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
Let's do something you never normally have time for.
Something I never have time for. Have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
Never heard of it. Is it called Leo A Millennial?
Yes. It's based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Leo's culture in a unique way. So I introduced a lot of concepts that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards. I'm constantly revising and expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions.
What an ambitious project. It sounds quite complicated.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
So, how do we get people interested in it?
I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile.
Sounds fun. I'd play that.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it?
You're going to make a chess piece based on me?
I am indeed. Many of them, in fact.
Hmm?
My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece. It seems only fitting for someone of your status.
So I'm part of the marketing plan.
Naturally, since you are the face of that historic event.
True that, true
I
that.
intend to make chess pieces for everyone who is involved.
I heard that.
today, including myself. Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form.
It sounds great.
Then it's decided. Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Hold up, what? Hold up, hold up. What's going on? Where are we going? You need some measurements made? Oh, it's her. It's this chick again. Yinger.
Oh, Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
You already know each other?
We've met before.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know. There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
You mean tsundere?
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever, there's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up. All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
But isn't she in the porcelain business?
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents.
I mean, you did help me make that
Don't you
perfume that one
remember when
time.
I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that.
What about the container? You don't know.
As it
Oh,
happens,
I don't
I'm
know.
a skilled tailor as well.
What the fudge?
What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
No.
Yingar is
Also, I
everyone's
think I just ripped my
favorite
boxers because I have a wedgie.
in the land.
And I think I may have torn the bottom left hole of my boxers. What the fudge?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case, you'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Wait, did Ningguang get defensive for me?
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
I wasn't suggesting anything. Stop twisting my words.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're enjoying this, Yinger.
It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched.
Oh.
Come on then. Step inside and I'll examine your body from tip to toe.
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
Either. Both are confidential.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far. Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
I hope you do know where the line is.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again. anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here. It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Huh? Where's she? Oh, other way. Okay, hold on. There it is.
Hello, Lady Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good. This has all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect. Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production. I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
That's okay. This one is not for profit. With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time. But I haven't once followed up on the progress.
Jade Chamber? There's a Jade Chamber piece in this chess set?
Yes. And just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Now I understand Xingxi's concern. It's a huge undertaking.
Yes, it's a challenging project, but also, not for profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past.
How?
Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much. Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion. That Ningguang, they thought, she must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Osile. Why? Because the whole of Leo witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least, that's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return. You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century. And as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind. Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh, is it because of everyone seeing you as like some type of like money person that only cares about money? Oh, we're not even going to the Jade Chamber. Just hold on, wait. Oh, actually we are. Hey girl.
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion. And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think. When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
The point is that you stepped up when the time came.
Thank you. Yes. You see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface. I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make. Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Leo Harbor. So, to lose Leo Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term, but it just didn't work. I was grief-stricken. Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing, because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain.
So, why did you lie to Xingqi?
Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you. The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am.
The most difficult time has passed. You've done so well.
Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state, but look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me, and if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Unchanging will. Through countless and melancholy moments, the clouds are now at last clear. Gazing ahead, she will surely make the right decisions. Can I? Oh. Oh, I think I know where this is going. The following morning. Okay. No.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Yes, I'm already
I'll be out in a
awake.
moment.
I'll
I'm
be
just
out in a
changing.
moment. I'm just changing.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I was so excited I couldn't sleep.
Oh, how strange. Me too. I'm joking, of course. I slept like a baby. Sorry to disappoint you.
Screw you too.
So, what's item 1 on today's schedule? I imagine this must have taken by sheer Sure. There's no harm. My schedule is usually very tight, so it'll be quite nice to take. I don't often feel tired. Still, your idea is... So then, the days...
Let's do something you never normally have the opportunity to do.
Something I never have the opportunity to do. Interesting. Before I decide, I'd like to know, what gave you this idea? Because as far as most people are concerned, Mora is the key to any and all opportunities.
But Mora can also be a limitation.
You're absolutely right. This is what I appreciate about you. You see things the way they are, rather than how they appear. I want to do something a little self-indulgent. Is that okay by you?
The day is yours. Do with it as you please.
Thank you.
I don't know why I keep looking here when the camera's right there.
I've always thought it would be fun to recapture what life was like before I joined the Liu Sing. I was born into a humble family, and all the wealth you see now began with a single haul of fish.
You know how to fish?
I had to. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Fishing isn't the half of it. You'd be amazed at some of the odd jobs I've worked in my time. A lot of the old folks like to brag about how I used to be their errand runner back in the day.
It's hard to imagine, but it makes sense.
They were tough times, but I had a clear goal and plenty of motivation. If I didn't make any money in the morning, I'd have no food for lunch. I guess that's why I came to be so obsessed with Mora. I want to relive that time from my life. Feel some of that drive again. Take a trip down memory lane. So how about it? Will you join me?
Sure. It's not what I was expecting, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
Great. Then let me lay down the ground rules. We're not to use our status or reputation in Liyue Harbor to our advantage, and we have no starting capital. The goal is to see how much more we can make under these conditions.
Let's start at the bottom of the ladder. Let's go and find some work at Northland Bank.
Okay. But working as a day laborer could be quite dull. Why don't we go down to the docks? They periodically throw out a lot of unclaimed or abandoned goods. We might find something that we can exchange for Mora.
That's not the most dignifying way to make money.
What does it matter? Don't worry about it. It's all part of the fun. Come on, let's go down to the docks.
Okay. Ningguang, you're Lady Ningguang of the Qixing. Whatever you say, gal.
Skyward! Skyward! Scatter!
Lady Ningguang, to what do I owe the honor? Are you here to inspect the goods in the warehouse? You may have to wait a moment. I must have not gotten the message. Sorry, I won't be long. I'll grab all the paperwork right away.
Calm down. No need to panic. That's not why we're here.
Oh, you're just looking for me? I haven't done anything. Have I? I mean, I don't think so.
We want to know about the unclaimed and abandoned goods.
All right, the periodic clearances. Yeah, I've been handling those, strictly per the protocol. I make sure I post all the necessary notices and notify every individual that I'm required to. It used to be a huge problem, but with a bit of hard work, I've managed to reduce the amount of goods we need to clear out by at least half.
Why do you so many goods get abandoned in the first place?
It's hard to say. It really depends. Everyone has their own reasons. But as far as the warehouse is concerned, they all fall into these categories: unclaimed goods, damaged goods, or unpaid storage fees. As for the damaged ones, I guarantee you it's nothing to do with how they're stored. It's because some things go bad more easily than others. If it sits there in the warehouse for too long, it goes without saying that it could start to affect the other goods. But that aside, even the smell is just unbearable.
So, have you cleared out any of these goods recently?
I'm afraid we just finished clearing out all the big ones. But don't worry, Lady Ningguang. If you're here for an inspection, then I'm here to make it happen. Hang tight. I'll grab some of the smaller items for you right away.
Hold on. Oh.
Off he goes.
I don't think he has quite grasped the nature of this situation.
It's like he was reporting on his work. Can't really blame him. Go center.
Lady Ningguang, I had a quick run through the list and cleared out some more items. Please, inspect them at your leisure.
Let me see here. Soggy food, an odd shoe, a broken mirror, small wooden toy.
They're in terrible shape. No wonder no one wants them. Not a whole lot of use.
It's a shame we missed the last clearance. We're down to the slim pickings now. Some of these are true junk, but there are a few items of value here. Take this wooden toy, for example. The wood is good quality. If you took it apart, there's quite a number of useful everyday objects that you could turn it into. with a little work.
Can we have this stuff?
Huh? You want it? Well, sure. Take whatever you want. It's all getting thrown away anyway.
Great. This is going well.
Let's take some time to sift through what we have acquired.
Yes. And once we're done, we will find a merchant to give us an appraisal of their value.
I have no idea what's going on here, and I'm not about to ask either.
Good. You don't want to know.
Take care. If there's anything else you need, just give me a shout.
Will do, Go. he wised up at the last moment. He's like, oh, alright, buddy. You can keep your dirty shoe, I guess. Man really was, like, wondering what the freak's going on. Are we going to Bolai? Is it who I think it is? It is Bolai.
Lady Ningguang, welcome to my humble store. What can I get for you?
Actually, today's a little different. I'm not here to buy anything. I wanted to ask if you could take a look at some goods for me.
Just take a look? What for?
To give me an estimate on their value.
Oh, I see. Let me take a look then. I mean, I can take them. I have a few regular customers I can talk to. They should be able to salvage the raw materials. Shouldn't take long at all. But,
What's wrong? If it's too much trouble, please. There's no need to force it.
No, it's nothing like that. Well, anyway, let's talk prices. So all of these together, I'll give you 150,000 mora. How does that sound?
That's so much. I think he added a couple of zeros by accident.
Oh, well...
No worries. The price is negotiable, of course, so we can discuss it further. If that figure's not what you had in mind,
Ningguang is like, we will not use status. Forgets that she is the status.
I'm sure we can reach an agreement here.
Oh, what the fudge?
What are your thoughts?
Honestly, that's way too much.
Yes. At most, these items are only worth a couple of thousand mora.
Huh? Wait a minute. So you're really here just to sell a few things? And specifically, these things? I thought that was all code for some kind of inspection or something.
So we were misunderstood again.
It appears so. We can't go on like this. Let's try something else. As long as we're in Liyue Harbor, this kind of misunderstanding is inevitable. If I wasn't Ningguang, Go Sonar probably wouldn't have handed all of these over to us, and you likely wouldn't be willing to buy them either.
To be completely honest, you're not wrong.
Hey, at least you're being truthful about it, Bolai.
This goes against the rules we set for ourselves at the start.
Then we'll just have to leave Liyue Harbor and live an adventurer's life.
Are there any other ways for adventurers to make mora besides their remuneration from the guild?
We can go treasure hunting in Guili Plains, but the work is hard and the payout is low.
Great. I don't mind. Let's give it a try. Lead the way.
To be fair, Ningguang knows her way in battle.
You two have a good one. What in the heck has gotten into Lady Ningguang today? Did I say that out loud? Never mind.
Yeah, we heard you. It's kind of too late to, take that back. Aether's just like, well, okay.
Skyward! Scatter! This must be the place. Let's do this.
Hey, Rit, what's up?
Give up.
Oh! Oh, she's a trial character. Oh, cool. I'm protected by Geo. I saw the Pyro Mommy, yes, I did. I am literally protected. Let me get my...
It feels like it's been a long time since I've gotten so physical. The feeling of creating your wealth with your own two hands is just as exhilarating as ever.
Even for this paltry amount?
Yes, I'd say so. Everything starts out small. You focus on quantity at the outset, and gradually shift to focusing on quality as your wealth builds. And let's not forget, we started with no initial capital. It's reasonable to expect building something from nothing to be highly demanding. In any case, the sight of Mora has always had a way of improving my mood, no matter what the sum is.
Then let's keep this momentum going.
I intend to. I'm not ready to stop yet, this time. Let's try something a little more challenging.
Girl, you're insane. Wait, what happened to all this stuff I... Bro, that's screwed up. I opened that common chest, and I didn't get everything from it, and all the stuff disappeared. Oh, I see that in the distance. That's really dumb. Oh, a mysterious Sealy? Actually, if I just don't finish this quest, could I just keep Ningguang? I could technically have a 5th party member.
Wealth. Why settle for less than more?
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
Let it rain.
Yeah, scatter! Skyward! Yeah, scatter! Seize the skies! Yeah! Yeah, scatter!
Oh wait, maybe I got what was in the chest, because I just saw the prompt that says, yeah, open it or something. Open the chest after you defeat the monsters. Oh, I guess there wasn't anything in there to begin with.
Another satisfying haul. Ah, what a feeling.
You're very good at this.
That's very kind of you. But I know I'm no match for a professional adventurer like yourself. For me, a battle is just a form of exercise. A way to keep fit and use up any surplus energy.
Have you scratched the itch yet?
Oh no, not yet. There's more Mora to be made. Hey, look! What's that hole in the ground?
I think it was dug by a weasel thief.
Oh, I see. So if we catch it, there's Mora for the taking?
It's almost as fond of Mora as you are. Go figure.
Oh, how quaint. That was your Beto impression, was it? Well, I'm afraid I'm having far too much fun to stop what I'm doing and start bickering with you, Captain. Come on, let's go get this weasel thief.
Okay. Alright, we're going for it. The freak is it? Oh, right here. Looked like you popped like a pimple. Ew.
There it is! After it! Goodness, this reminds me of fishing. Not an easy catch. But we didn't let it slip away, and the haul is now ours. That's what counts.
How much did we make?
Let's see. A little over 1,000 Mora. We can't do any serious business with this amount of starting capital. We need to keep working hard.
Do you need to take a break?
Actually, now that you mention it, I'm suddenly a little hungry. Huh. Amidst the thrill of the chase, I didn't even notice.
That's fair.
Inn is right there, but...
Based on our current financial position, we can rule that out.
Same thoughts here. After how hard we worked to get our hands on this Mora, it would be a shame to eat it all in a single sitting. In which case, I think I'll take this opportunity to show you a skill that I used to be rather proud of.
Fishing?
Yes, but the rule of the game is no fishing rods allowed. We're going fishing by hand.
I mean, I've done that before in this game.
Come on, let's go down to the river.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward!
This should be enough. Let's head back to land and grill them. Here, have a taste of my cooking. A fresh catch can go straight on the grill with minimal preparation and it tastes delicious, even with no seasoning. It's a little charred, that's on purpose. I just like how it tastes. Normally, I have to make a special request to the chef if I want it to taste like this.
Thank you. You must be ready for a rest now.
It was nothing. Back in the day, I had to hurry home after work to do my household chores. Then in the evening, it was out to the night market with the family to support our stall. I was always meticulous with the most menial of tasks. My mother always loved that about me, but by the same token, she didn't love the idea of me leaving home and starting my own business. She thought it was just an unnecessary risk when I could just carry on helping out at home instead.
If you'd followed her advice, people wouldn't be calling you Lady Ningguang today.
You'd be more likely to see me pulling up outside Wanmin restaurant and selling grilled tiger fish from a food cart. My childhood memories run deep. I'll always have a special affection for fish. They are confined to the water, and yet they live free, swimming around wherever the mood takes them.
A lot like adventuring.
It is. I have greatly enjoyed experiencing the adventurer lifestyle with you. When I think back on all my hard work in the past, it motivates me to face the challenges that lie ahead in the future.
Next time, I'll grill fish for you.
That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it, but a word of warning. I am very picky about my grilled fish. I can be a tough lady to impress.
Oh wow. Fortunes shared. After a short rest, it is time once more to convert your precious efforts into future motivation. Okay. There's one more. There's one more. Okay, let's see. One more ending. And then we'll be finished with my first ever hangout event of Genshin Impact. I have to admit, it's really cool just to have an event and it just has multiple different endings. Nope. Let's see. Why does it do that? It just turns off the freaking objective marker. That bothers me so much.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Oh.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Yes, I'm already
I'll be
awake.
out in a moment. I'm just changing.
You are, huh?
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I was a little nervous.
There's nothing to worry about. We just need to go through the schedule you made and tick the items off one by one. So, what's item 1 on today's schedule? I imagine this must have taken by sure. There's no harm in changing.
It's hot, yeah. Huh. Which one of these do I choose?
Something I never have the...
Let's go and find some work at Northland Bank.
I can see why you'd suggest that. You're thinking I could use
Bro,
my knowledge
same.
of how Mora works to my advantage and make a lot of money there. But Northland Bank is a special case. I rather suspect I would not be welcome there.
Because you've clashed in the past?
Yes, and also... Never mind. I'll just show you. It won't eat up too much time. I expect they still hold a grudge against me to this day.
What? Oh, shoot. Oh, I managed to accidentally find the last ending. Okay. Oh, we're going to the Northland Bank. Oh, we're about to pick a fight with the Fatui. Oh, shoot.
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter!
Wah, wah, wah. Of course, I climb on the door.
Lady Ningguang, I would hope that you're not here to create further trouble for the Fatui. With all due respect, too much official pressure will risk driving our bank out of business.
There's no need to be so hostile. I'm just here to talk business. So, are you in business or not?
That depends on the proposal, and it's not my decision alone. But first, tell me, why should we believe that you really are here for business? Because if you're here to make us suffer huge losses like last time, then I'm sorry, but none of us here can afford that.
Straight to the point, I see. Works for me. Traveler, we're leaving. Let's not waste any more of our time here.
I have a lot on my plate right now. You can see yourselves out.
Okay. Okay. I just kind of... I just was there.
Do you see what I mean now? Their attitude was just as I expected.
They were not even trying to hide their hostility towards you.
That's for sure. Although our diplomatic relations with Snezhnaya haven't broken down completely. I dealt them a rather ruthless blow with the size of the reparations payment I imposed. This sum was paid by Northland Bank, so they are still wary of me to this day.
So it is true! The Northland Bank is just an arm of the Fatui.
Yes, with some exceptions. But that is more or less correct. If you encounter them in any other nations during your travels, be on your guard. They are more than just a commercial organization.
Well, now I know. Does that mean this trip worth it?
That's okay. My intention here was to show you some of the repercussions of that great battle. But that's quite enough politics for today. Let's get back to our fun little survival game.
Wait a second. Can you sense it?
Now that you mention it, yes. We're being watched.
I think they've been following us since we left Northland Bank.
What are they plotting this time?
Let's grab them and ask the question.
My thoughts exactly. But we need to be discreet. If they realize we're onto them, then we'll lose the element of surprise. Let's act natural, determine who our tail is, then lure them somewhere more deserted so we can catch them. Keep moving, just walk forward at normal pace and don't do anything to give away that we suspect anything.
Alright, so spam Shunyun's elemental skill, got you. Read you loud and... oh. God, Lady Ningguang and Shunyun walking side by side is so hot. Dang. Oh. I'm following your lead.
Okay, I think we have a few potential suspects.
At 1 mile a day.
There's a lot of foot traffic here, but if you look closely, you'll see only a handful of people have been watching us constantly. But I'm still not sure which of them is our tail.
Let's keep going for now.
Agreed. Whoever it is will continue to follow us.
Yo, what's up, Xingxi? Just ignore what we're saying. Dun, dun, oh yeah, super hot. Whoa, ladies, I like women. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, Ningguang and Xinyan's models are very similar. I just realized that. Look at Ningguang's dress and look at Xinyan's dress. It's very similar. Oh, that was quite the pivot.
I think we've narrowed it down a little further, but let's stay calm until we're 100%
You're right,
sure.
but there's some similarities I see.
It shouldn't take much longer.
The way they walk, very similar. The way their dresses float back, very similar. Oh yeah, you know what? When you put it that way, you right. Oh, hey look, a suspicious person that we're just casually walking up to. Or, oh, I guess not. Okay. Oof. Oof.
I think I have the answer.
Me too.
Let's get out of his line of sight and sneak up on him. Don't get the wrong person, though, or all our efforts will have been for nothing.
What do you mean? Who?
What are you doing?
Come now. Did you really think we wouldn't notice you sneaking around?
What? I'm not doing anything.
Come clean. There's no use trying to deny it.
I don't know what scheme Northland Bank has in the works, and I don't know what they're paying.
All three of them were sussy.
But let's make a deal. How cooperative you are now decides how much immunity I give you when this gets investigated. Or do you
I feel like all three of them was like a viable answer.
Throw you to the wolves when push comes to shove? Why don't you weigh the pros and cons and give me a clear answer before I retract my offer?
She is stern. She's not giving him a moment to breathe.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. My assignment was just to follow you. I promise. That's it. When you showed up unannounced at Northland Bank,
she is one of the mommies.
Instantly on high alert. We figured you must be up to something. But your brief conversation left us none the wiser as to your intentions. We couldn't just overlook it. We had to get to the bottom of it before we could put our minds at rest.
Are they really discarded against you?
I know they're wary of me, but this is still an overreaction, surely. This all feels very suspicious.
Agent 47.
More to this than he is letting on.
That's the hitman, right?
I only took you there to demonstrate how tense things are. Somehow we only tested the waters, but ended up with the catch of the day. Is there anyone else following us besides you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
They would have seen this and reported back.
Then we need to get moving. The longer they have to react, the fewer clues they'll leave behind.
Do you need to prepare? Don't you need more evidence?
No time. I'll just have to improvise.
Improvise?
With you. Do not let him slip away.
Huh? What? Well, what, huh? For a confrontation? Whoa! Bro, we just kind of like walked 2 steps. That's true. I mean, as a guy, I totally understand that. Totally get that.
Are you saying that Ningguang hasn't done anything? Impossible. She wouldn't have shown up here out of the blue without good reason.
As a Fudanara, you get it? Gotcha.
Keep investigating. We must ascertain her intentions.
Oh.
So much commotion. This must be an important meeting.
Oh, great.
It looks like I wasn't supposed to be privy to the contents of this particular meeting. This simplifies things.
So, you are here to investigate us after all. Where did you get wind of this?
That doesn't matter. What matters is that I made a brief and inconsequential visit, and your first reaction was to immediately arrange a sizable surveillance operation with myself as the target. You couldn't have advertised your guilty conscience more clearly if you'd tried. You may as well come clean. You know I will not turn a blind eye to any violation of the rules in Liyue Harbor.
Even if we cooperate with her investigation, she's bound to find problems even where there are none. Well, if you're such a stickler for the rules, you can carry out your investigation by the book. The Northland Bank has no obligation to cooperate, even with a member of the Liyue Qixing.
Fine by me. Then I'll take my time. But you'll be begging to tell me everything by the time I'm through.
Okay. Faint in repost. Cernic 1928. Thanks for the first time chat. You're ready to beg already? Hello, bot. I know, right? No one wants to go up against Ningguang. I'll save it. So that's the end of it? That's really funny. And you can still do it. That's really cool. Alright, well, I got... Oh, you get like 60 Primo Gems from this. What is that? Guide to Prosperity. Until the sparks... Oh. Oh, you can actually check out the memories. Oh, I like that. Oh, I love the memories. Oh, that's so cool. Shinobu, I'm really interested in Beidou. I want to do Beidou. Let's begin. Hangout event Beidou, when the crux shines bright. You're threatening the bot. Hot pirate mommy? Yes, hot pirate mommy. I also have her. Go to the Alcor. Roger Dodger. Oh, I can actually teleport there. I forgot. I can actually teleport to the Alcor. It's been a while since I've been to the Alcor anyway.
Well, would you look who's here? Looks like it's going to be a day to remember. Guys, look who the sea washed up.
Ahoy there, traveler. So Captain really did invite you to join the homecoming celebration.
Hey, I heard that you took care of another crisis while you were...
Why is there 4 hearts out of 6?
That's what I heard too. Thanks to you, Inazuma's Vision Hunt decree was finally put to an end. Well done, traveler.
Captain's got quite the eye for people. She said she was sure that your trip to Inazuma would stir up some waves. And sure enough...
All I wanted was to have a chat with the Electro Archon. It was a joint effort. Can't take all the credit.
Look at you, being so modest. We all know what you did to protect Liyue Harbor.
I've heard that they tell stories about you in Mondstadt, too. The honorary knight. Pretty impressive.
I'd say someone of your caliber would be right at home in the cracks. Right, sailors?
That's right. Wow, I'm getting excited just thinking of being the traveler's crewmate. Hey, what do you say we arm wrestle?
I was worried you'd be too busy to show up.
Oh, dang. She has physics, guys.
Captain on deck!
Captain, we were just trying to talk the traveler into joining the crew. Yeah, come on, Captain Beidou. Surely you've got a way to get the traveler on board.
Oh, he's on board right now for the celebration, isn't he?
Yeah, but just one celebration together is not enough. You know what we mean, Captain.
All right, I get it now. There is something special about you, traveler. You earned everyone's respect, myself included. So it goes without saying that the Crux would be honored to have a crew member such as yourself.
No doubt about that.
But then again, a hero like yourself doesn't just set off on a journey without some bigger purpose in mind. So should a hero really drop what they're doing just to spend day after day drifting at sea with us? Well, if that were the case, then the Crux, known for always moving forward to the next horizon, would instead be holding someone back.
Right. I guess we didn't think that part through.
You guys didn't, but it's okay.
Remember, rather than seeking out strong members to join us, you should be focusing on making yourselves the strongest that you can be. If we are powerful, they will come to us. Isn't that why everyone here chose to come aboard in the first place?
Yes? A strong sailor is always looking for a sturdy ship.
I guess I almost forgot the first lesson you ever taught me. Thanks for the reminder, Captain.
Just be sure you all keep that in mind. Now, there's no more need to hound the Traveler, as you were. The Traveler and I have something to discuss.
Oh. We do?
I'm glad you came. Welcome back aboard.
The crew seemed excited to see me. Thanks for helping me out back there.
Hey, don't mention it. As a host, it would be pretty embarrassing to continue letting my guests be put on the spot like that. I can't go getting too caught up in my own reputation, though. That's certainly not how the Crux made it to where we are today. As the head of the fleet, my task is to keep us on the right course, no matter how turbulent the seas may become. But then again, the crew isn't usually this riled up. It's not that they're arrogant, they're just bubbling with ambition, that's all. Their excitement today comes from their great respect for you, both your strength and your character. So please, don't take it the wrong way.
Too late. Why would I? I'm actually quite interested in the life of a sailor.
Oh, is that so? Well, it just so happens that we're doing some recruitment and training for new crew members while we're back. It'll be a first-rate chance to learn the life of a sailor. Since you're interested, why don't you come along and experience a sailor's life firsthand? I'm curious to see if you'll take the sea by storm in the same way you have on land.
Alright, Captain, show me the ropes.
Good. Come with me. I've got something interesting for you to see.
What do you mean? And suddenly, nervousness fills my body, I guess. Is that the phrase?
Chiefmate Juza's breaking in the newcomers, but I think we can spare you the tedium of that. After this, the new crew members will be arranged into 2 teams for more specialized training, according to their own aptitudes and the needs of the fleet. One team will learn comprehensive survival skills, including maritime emergency rescue, marine meteorology, psychological counseling, and so on. They will serve as the support team for the fleet, ensuring safe navigation. That's why we call them the Shield of the Crux.
What's the other name? The Spear of the Crux?
That's right. You catch on quick. As one
What's
might
up, Rick?
expect, we call the other team the Spear of the Crux.
I was
because
just playing
they'll be
around. I
learning
didn't
about
expect to be
naval
right.
warfare. They'll make up the armed portion of our crew.
Oh, for real? That's really cool.
Also, they're responsible for handling the fleet's cargo deals. So, what do you think? Which team is for you?
The Shield of the Crux.
As I expected.
You're screwed. Why?
The will to protect others. There are 2 main subjects that the Shield of the Crux focuses on: survival knowledge and entertainment. As I was saying earlier, survival knowledge includes prevention of injuries and diseases at sea,
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
navigation and cartography, basic meteorology, etc. You can go learn about these skills from Genshin, Huixing, and Liushi. They're all seasoned hands in their respective fields.
I thought I would be learning from you, Captain. There are crewmates who know even more than you, Captain?
Each sailor has their own strengths and weaknesses. I'm no rookie, of course, but you shouldn't underestimate the knowledge of the crew. If there's anything I'm most proud of in the fleet, it's my people. Go and get to work. I'll have some questions to test you later. I look forward to seeing how you do.
Gotta borrow to 55 first? It's funny.
I can't wait to see how you perform.
Why, thank you, you lovely lady, you. Okay, fine. Where do I go?
Hello, traveler. I'm Yinxing, the Crux's surgeon at sea. Whenever a sailor has a health problem, they come to me. I deal with it all, from seasickness and common colds to amputations and everything in between.
I'd like to learn about treating injuries and illnesses at sea.
Oh, I presume the captain arranged this, correct? All right then, let's begin. First of all, let me ask you this. What do you think is the biggest danger that all new crew members face?
Catching a cold?
That can certainly be a problem at sea, but it's not the biggest danger. The most dangerous thing for a newcomer is to underestimate the dangers of life at sea. I have seen many new crew members who see themselves as young and fighting fit and have no regard for safety. They think that since they are tough enough to look after themselves on land, they'll be fine.
Why would you do that, Rit?
Those are the ones that
Where would you...
end up in the
Where is a Kraken's
Everyone should know
reproductive
that
organ
being a
be
sailor,
located at?
especially on a long voyage,
Rit.
is a brutal job in an
I
unforgiving
mean, yeah, I know you're
environment.
into that, but Red, where would you even like
Malnutrition when we're
do
short
it with
on
a kraken?
supplies.
Like, where is
All
the
kinds of injuries and
reproductive organ of
diseases
a
that the harsh
kraken?
ocean weather can bring.
Ah, Monster Girl. I just realized you could just do a Monster Girl kraken.
And even the psychological problems that can arise due to isolation and the lack of entertainment. To make things worse, the lack of medication and treatment options at sea can result in even minor health problems becoming serious, or even fatal.
Hence the need for amputations.
Oh, you probably thought I was joking, right? Well, that's not surprising. Most newcomers think the same way. But hopefully you now realize that with a little extra precaution, a lot of these things can be avoided. Well, I think that's enough for you to think over for now. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Oh, what's Beto's view on this?
Captain Beto? Well, out of everyone I've met, she probably values people's lives and safety the most.
Ooh.
Although I'm just a doctor,
Oh.
Beto has given me the full authority to send any newcomers who I don't see as fit for service off the ship until they are ready to come back with the right attitude. Every time we're stocking up before a voyage, medicine takes top priority. I'm even allowed to choose the suppliers, regardless of the price. We have adequate budget for medical expenses. Do you know what Mora Grubber, our bookkeeper, calls this? A significant financial risk. But Beto knows the importance of having a healthy crew. That's why she has authorized me regardless. She places her full trust in me and believes that I can solve these problems. Of course, I have proven her right. So, to answer your question, that's how she thinks. Is there anything else you would like to know?
What happens to the crew members who have had limbs amputated?
Oh. Are you concerned about them? No wonder Captain Beto thinks you're different. There must be more to you than just your strength. If you can convince Mora Grubber to show you the books, you'll see there is a regular fixed cost, titled Convalescence Payments and Incapacity Support for Injured Crew Members. Regardless of the fleet's income, those who have fought alongside us will certainly receive their compensation every year. Some of those that have returned to land have started small businesses, while others have chosen to go out traveling the world. The money is intended to allow them to live their lives as freely as possible. I'm sure being based on land helps a lot with that too. Still, we can't pretend like it solves everything. They call them life-changing injuries for a reason, you know? But if nothing else, it's good to know that while Captain Beto is in charge of the Crux, no one will get forgotten. Is there anything else you would like to know?
Thanks, I've learned a lot.
Wow. My pleasure. Okay, let's leave it there then. Be sure to take good care of your health.
Okay. Huixing. Huixing!
Sorry about earlier, Traveler. We were so caught up on getting you to join the fleet that we didn't notice we were going a little overboard. Good thing the captain stepped in.
It's okay. I was hoping to learn a little more about cartography.
Oh! Well, in that case, you have come to the right person. I'm not just blowing smoke. You're looking at the most talented navigator in Liyue Harbor. I'll start by introducing some chart reading essentials for new sailors. Feel free to interrupt if you have any questions. Let's start with what to look for when you get a set of complicated charts. First, you should always look at any...
Oh, nice! Congrats!
Islands or reefs, water depths, hydrological conditions, and other hazards. With these features in mind, you can answer the basic question of, can I chart a safe course through this area? Visually, nautical charts are a little unique. Unlike land maps, most charts do not have
Oh, you ain't wrong. Huixing kinda looks like
Tifa.
Tifa.
Determine the exact distance between 2 points. The most advanced nautical charts come with a supplementary chart, which has different colored lines marked on it to indicate distances. It's worth mentioning that under my direction, the Crux is using these advanced kinds of charts.
Hoopa!
Some cartographers
Just
mark out
uppercuts
other points of
Aether.
interest on their charts, usually with their own special symbols. If they don't leave any accompanying notes, they can be very difficult to interpret.
Example, charts inherited from the previous navigator.
Not only those,
we have tattered and torn charts that we've picked up from all over the place. To be honest, it can be quite a challenge, even for me. Some of these charts are really old and have symbols that I've never seen before. But if we don't decipher them, we will certainly miss many secrets of the sea. Fortunately, we have the captain with us. She managed to find some ancient books on semiotics that I can use to study the charts further. I don't think anyone other than our captain could manage to get these kinds of resources. Old charts and ancient books on semiotics are not the kinds of things that are sold in your average marketplace. Oops, I've gotten off topic. Well, that just about covers the basics of chart reading. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Do you have experience drafting nautical charts?
Drafting charts? That's certainly a more advanced topic. To be honest, I've only attained a smattering of knowledge in that area. The charts we are using now are just revised versions of the ones left by the previous navigator. So my mapping experiences have been primarily limited to updating our charts to reflect changes in the sea. I think you can ask Captain Beto more about cartography.
I can?
One time, the fleet sailed into an uncharted area by mistake. It wasn't long before we turned the fleet around and returned the way we came out for fear of potential hazards. But Captain Beto still managed to draft a simple chart of the area we sailed through for if and when we explore the area again. Incredible, isn't it? I was amazed to see that the captain could even do cartography.
Then why does she need you as a navigator?
Because I have the talent, and she doesn't want to let it go to waste. She treats the whole crew that way. I initially had the same question myself. After all, in many fleets, the captain also works as a navigator. I couldn't understand her reasoning at the time, so I asked her. She just laughed and told me to wise up, saying that even Rex Lapis never fights alone. She wants everyone on board to master their role, so that the crux is not floating on her alone. That way, if the day ever comes when she's no longer with the fleet, we will still be able to sail onward without her. Captain Beto may seem aloof and even act careless sometimes, but the truth is that she's very considerate of everyone on board. Is there anything else you would like to know, Traveler?
Nothing else, thank you.
My pleasure. A friend of Captain Beto is a friend of mine.
Okay. Bruh. What the heck? Nice sounds, what do you mean? Huh? The panting? What? Was I panting? Hold on, I don't think I was. Oh shoot. That's fun. Oh shoot, that's even better. The character. Oh, her panting. Oh yeah, yeah. It is good indeed. I agree with you, Rhett. Ah! No, stop. This way. There we go. Okay. Okay. Huh. Ah. Shoo.
Hello, Traveler. Are you here to learn about marine meteorology?
Wait, how did you know?
In my line of work, I've got to have a pair of sharp eyes. I saw the captain showing you around the training grounds, and then you went to see Yingxing and Huixing, so I figured that she probably wants you to get to know the life of a crew member.
You have a real knack for your work. Looks like Beto got the right person for the job.
Okay, let's get started. First, I'll introduce you to the basics of meteorology. Marine meteorology basically means keeping tabs on the weather as well as other ocean phenomena. So things like sea fog, storm surges,
You'll
water
go eat?
spouts,
Alright.
and so on.
Have good food.
These are all potential threats to safe navigation. Luckily, whatever weather might be coming up, there's always some kind of sign that gives it away in advance. Take waterspouts, for example. They're caused by high-speed rotating winds on the surface of the ocean. They can engulf large ships and do
Yes,
immense
stream
damage.
tomorrow. That's the plan.
But if you know that waterspouts can only form in an environment with high temperature, high humidity, and large clouds, then you can be well prepared. You will be even more alert if you also know that the presence of winds blowing in opposite directions, with a significant difference in speed, is a direct precursor to the formation of waterspouts. And most importantly, if you spot a small white vortex emerging from the clouds, you should immediately notify the crew to steer clear of what's ahead. So there you go. Those are the warning signs of waterspouts. I am proud to say that over the years, I haven't let a single one sneak up on my watch.
You must have sharp eyesight. Sounds like you have a lot of experience.
Well, I'm good at reading the sea, but I'm not as good as the captain when it comes to reading people. Do you know the small fishing village next to Wangshuin? I heard that when Captain was a kid, she worked there fishing with the adults. Later, she made her way to the harbor where she struggled to make a living. Managing to survive in an environment like that as a kid is solid proof of the captain's capabilities. If it wasn't for her, I never would have dreamed of taking this job. She gave me confidence and told me I could do it. You may not have heard, but I'm best known outside the Crux fleet for a slightly infamous story involving me, third round knockout, and a few too many. Who would ever have thought that the rookie sailor who fell drunk into the sea and became a laughingstock among their now former crewmates would then go on to become a lookout for the Crux? But it's the unbelievable truth. It proves that having skills alone is not enough. You need someone like the captain who is a good judge of character.
Thanks for your time. I think I've learned all that I need for now.
Find me anytime if you want to know more.
So you've already finished talking to the crew, huh? I thought it would take you a while longer.
It was...
So, what did you think?
It was a breeze. Got everything down pat.
You sound confident, but don't underestimate the shield of the Crux. Gotta admit, though, I like your attitude, kid. Okay, let's get started. First of all, life on the sea isn't always plain sailing. Injuries and illnesses happen all the time. But what is the single biggest danger facing crew members?
Your hot body. I mean, freaking, underestimating danger.
Is that your final answer? Alright, on to the second question. As you've just learned, the fleet plots its route using nautical charts. The charts used by the Crux have additional charts attached. The supplementary chart has lots of lines in various colors for added reference. What is the purpose of these lines?
Oh, to add color and depth to the chart in a way that expresses the draftsman's aesthetic preferences and fosters a great appreciation of art among the crew. That is so funny that that answer is there.
Okay, interesting. Now, last question. On longer voyages, we have to be especially careful to avoid certain weather hazards that pose a threat to the integrity of the ship and the lives of the crew. For example, waterspouts. So my question is, how can we reliably predict waterspouts so we can avoid them?
When Luigi says a waterspout is coming, it's coming. I think it's rings, right?
Okay, those are all my questions. Do you want to know how you did? Now then, let's see.
Oh, I got all of them.
3 questions, you got a total of 2 correct answers.
Son of a bit!
Not bad. After all, you didn't have much time to prepare.
No! Was it the white vortices? All I heard was small plots of clouds. I literally was zoning out, guys.
It seems that your survival know-how is now up to the standard required of qualified crew members. Time to move on. Next up, we have some Shield of the Crux recreational programs for you.
Why learn recreational activities? To be clear, wrestling sea monsters barehanded is not my idea of recreation.
Don't worry, all our recreational activities are respectable and, above board. You need to realize that being out at sea might be fun for the first few days while everything's new, but Before too long, looking at the same old sea every day and being so isolated from everything can really cause people to struggle mentally. That is why regular recreational activities are an absolute necessity. We offer a lot of fun courses for our newcomer training, including fishing, photography, chess. Oh, and thanks to Kazuha, these days we also offer poetry and music appreciation, as well as communal wind listening. Each newcomer has to participate in at least one, so that they've got some way of keeping themselves occupied at sea further down the line. Of course, if you'd prefer wrestling sea monsters with your bare hands, that can be arranged.
I was just kidding.
Well, for today, at least, let's stick to the training schedule drawn up by Juza. If I remember correctly, it should be photography today. Come on, I'll show you.
Listen up, everyone can go back and call it a day. The photography session has been postponed.
What's going on here, Juza?
Oh, Captain, there you are. Well, Captain, the photography teacher just sent word saying that she's fallen ill and doesn't want to risk coming in case she keels over in class.
I see. That's quite unfortunate.
Captain, if I may, I know a little about photography.
Oh? Quite the multi-talented one, aren't you? In that case, why don't you help us out and lead the class today?
Yeah, unfortunately, the original teacher canceled at short notice, so there's no time to schedule anything else instead. It would be great if the Traveler could step in as the teacher for the day.
It's up to you, Traveler.
It would be my pleasure.
Great, it's settled then. Juza, let's muster everyone over here to meet the new teacher.
Yes, Captain.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. That should be everyone. Take it away, Traveler.
Before I begin, I do have one condition.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Since this is a photography course, there has to be a subject we will need to model.
Fair enough. It seems like you already have someone in mind. So, who will it be?
I think the most suitable model is Captain Beto.
Me? well, we could do that. Or, Guyonstone Forest looks extraordinary today. It'd be a pity to not capture the scenery for posterity. So how about we snap Guyonstone Forest for today's class? Then there'd be no need for a model.
Come on, Captain. We talked about this. The photography class is supposed to be portrait photography. Have you forgotten? Scenery looks nice at first, but it gets boring after a while. I bet it'd keep the crew more entertained if we got them learning portrait photography so they could record moments in each other's daily lives. Those were your exact words, Captain.
Were they now? Strange. I don't seem to remember anything about that. Well, then in that case, how about Huixing? I bet she's perfect for the camera. Or Fuzhong. Or Mora Grubber. Even little Yue.
Seriously, Captain? Little Yue? You're just trying to wriggle your way out of this. This isn't like you. You are the captain after all. Of all of us, you're the best suited to being a model.
I agree. You were the one who invited the Traveler to be the teacher, so you should cooperate, Captain.
Get wrecked.
Besides, Captain, you've never had your photo taken. It's high time you got one. You know, a heroic and striking kind of picture. We can even use it to promote the fleet during recruitment.
Real funny, guys.
Trust your crew, Captain. You are the best candidate.
Well, if you say so. I'm not one to spoil the fun.
You tried to.
So, what do I do now, Traveler?
You can just strike an epic pose.
Like this?
Oh, you look a little nervous.
You're kidding, right? I've never had my photo taken before, but something this simple shouldn't be a challenge for me. It must be the lighting or something. You've got it wrong.
Perhaps you feel uncomfortable posing here?
I never said that.
We can go somewhere quieter.
You mean go somewhere else, then bring the final photo back as teaching material?
Sounds good to me. That's a good idea, isn't it, guys?
The lighting may still be a problem, but I'm open to persuasion. If you have a suitable place in mind, I can consider it. Just to be clear, I won't necessarily agree. It depends on the place you have in mind.
How about Yaoguang Shoal? We can enjoy the ocean breeze.
Well, Yaoguang Shoal is pretty relaxing. But if I want to enjoy the ocean breeze, why don't I just stay on board the Alcor and enjoy the breeze with my crew? That'd be more fun if you ask me. So, I think we can just forget the whole modeling thing for now. Sorry about that. I guess I'll owe you a favor.
Bruh, she wiggled her way out of that. Hangout event ended. Beto gives a hearty laugh and leaves the photography class.
Listen up, everyone can go back and...
Great, it's settled then.
Trust me, Captain. You are the best candidate.
Well, if you... So, what do I do now, Traveler?
Smile and be happy.
Like... this?
Oh, you look a little stiff.
You're kidding, right?
I've heard there's a fishing village near Wangshu Inn.
The fishing village near Wangshu Inn? That place is deserted now, isn't it? How do you even know that place anyway? It's tiny. I don't think I've ever seen it on a single map.
Shu Liushi told me you once lived there.
I'm surprised that you'd remember such a trivial detail. He's right, though. I did live there for a while. And now that you've mentioned it, it's given me the urge to go back and take a look around. Well then, let's go. We can take this opportunity to pay my old home a visit.
Dang, oh wow. Beto lived all the way out there?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Scatter! It's certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day, it was a lively village and home to several families. I wonder how long these last few old houses will remain standing.
So what exactly happened here?
Nothing as dramatic as you might think. A few small incidents occurred, and then people began to leave. Come on, let's take a walk around. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. Tu Zhong. Zhong. I barely remember this name.
Maybe you've been gone too long. It's probably because you were little at the time.
Right. I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me. Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food. Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running, but straight away it keeled over and never got up again. Maybe it was too tired, or maybe it had starved to death. I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't let go even at the very end. Poor thing. Had I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun.
That's when the villagers here took you in?
I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. The village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. That's how I ended up staying here.
What made you leave later?
Do you know what the name Beto means? Come on, I'll explain along the way. About a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse, and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me in. They said I was bad luck. They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived. Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beto. Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beto controls death. Beto controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beto was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death.
Oh.
Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief. I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
If you're cursed, then I think I am too.
What do you mean?
That Anemo Archon's Gnosis was taken after I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The Geo Archon's Gnosis was also taken after I arrived in Liyue.
And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well? Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could.
Does that make you feel better now?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed. I appreciate it, and I'll take it. Let's not forget that the people whose names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it. I, for one, have never encountered a storm I couldn't weather. But your journey's far from over, isn't it? Just remember, there's no telling what else you might encounter in this vast world. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beto demands to have the honor along with you. Remember, you'll always have the captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
I suppose we're just two scapegoats looking out for each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kind of dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our photography. Right, teacher?
You finally remembered what we're here for. I thought you might not be in the mood.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind. So, do I need to strike a pose?
However you prefer.
All right. How about this?
Oh, whoa, what the heck? That's so weird. Oh, I like this. That's actually a decent one.
So, is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird.
You were born to be a model.
Show me.
Only if you promise to give it back.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Now give it here. Yes. I see. All right. On behalf of the Crux, thank you very much for your photography class today. You've been an excellent teacher, and I couldn't be more satisfied. Now, as captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right to requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes. So I'm afraid I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you, though, right?
Bruh, pulled one over me. Photography class for 2. Laughter breaks the solitude of the long, silent village, and the lonesome scene grows pleasant once again. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it for today. Oh, before I do though, it seems I have some achievements to get. Give me some more Primo Gems, por favor. I think that was it, right? Anything else? It's like so much stuff has been added since last time I played this. I'm doing my best to keep up, not gonna lie. Well, there's a special event. I'll do that later. Alright, well, yeah, no, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm done. I am done, guys. I am pooped. I want to play. I want to do some me time. Have some time for myself. Guys, thanks again for watching this stream. I sincerely appreciate it. Now, before I end the stream, I will go ahead and do this thing again. Alright, so yeah, if you go to my channel, you go all the way down in my About section, you'll see this beautiful picture of this little girl. Now you need to click on it, brings you to a GoFundMe page. This GoFundMe page is for my friend protecting her daughter from her ex-husband. And right now there's only 80 out of $625. So if you guys could donate, that'd be great. If not, please spread the word. And if not, thanks for taking the time to see this. So anyway, as you can see, my friend is in a legal battle with her abusive ex, who her daughter is afraid of. He's trying to get full custody of her and pull her from everything she knows and loves. She wants to keep her in an environment where she has been thriving. She has most of what she needs for the lawyer, but she is just $600 short. So if you guys can donate, that'd be greatly appreciated. If not, please spread the word. Hopefully some people will be able to donate. But they need this money by next Friday. So thank you so much for your time. Okay. And without further ado, that is the end of the stream. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm enjoying these hangout events. I'm just pooped. Also, I just want to spend more time on Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. I just haven't had enough time to play those games, and I really want to just play those. Those games have become my games I play off stream, just, you know, to relax. As much as I love Genshin Impact, it has now become like a game for me to, like, stream. It is literally one of the only games I have streamed since I started playing it back, like, what, 3 years ago? I don't even remember when my first video was. You can probably check it, get a fact check on that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll try and stream tomorrow, no guarantees, but sometime tomorrow. I'll be hanging out with Celestar and Chainsaw Goddess. So, Chainsaw Goddess, and there's going to be 2 other people. So I'm going to be hanging out with some 2 famous people tomorrow. Oh, alright. Take care, guys. Peace.